Normally, we focus on our dreams, right? Take big steps, trying to align our intentions with what the universe has to offer. But have you ever stopped to think about why the path to achieving these desires is not always a straight line? It seems that the universe has a special way of guiding us, as if it were a patient master, taking us through steps that are not shortcuts, but rather preparations. It's not to stop us, but to shape us, to make us ready for the great moment when everything we dreamed of finally becomes real. Think of these steps as cosmic tests. These are chances that life gives us to show that we are really committed, that we are serious about what we want. The universe, with all its wisdom, is measuring our determination. Each obstacle is like a subtle nod, a whisper that asks, "Are you really prepared to receive what you seek?" And the truth is, when we overcome these challenges, it's as if the universe opens a trunk full of our deepest desires. The idea of manifesting, of bringing our dreams into reality, is fascinating, almost magical. Who isn't enchanted by the possibility of living in a world where the most intimate desires take shape? But this path has its complicated moments. On this journey, two questions always arise. What, in fact, keeps this art of manifesting alive? And why do so many people stumble along the way? Let's face it, everyone can make a mistake at the beginning. Manifesting is the perfect union between tension and attunement. But sometimes, instead of a wave of positive changes, what arrives? It's a wave of challenges. It even seems like the universe is playing with us, bringing the opposite of what we asked for. A riddle that will leave anyone confused. Just imagine, you set your goals, embrace positivity, dream of prosperity, new opportunities, inspiring connections. But suddenly, the path takes a strange turn. In this complex web of life, we can find ourselves caught up in situations that seem to go against everything we planned. The financial situation can even get tight, problems multiply, and the whole experience becomes a test of patience that makes us question, what is happening here? In the midst of this intriguing phase, the way is to hold tight to our aspirations, even when the tide turns in such an unexpected way. But do you know what happens when we stop, take a deep breath, and reflect in silence? Clarity comes. We realize that the universe, with its mysterious way, has a method behind this apparent mess. It's a test, yes, but a test of authenticity. He is asking us, do these desires really come from the bottom of your heart? Are you ready to live the reality you want so much? This journey is about discovering what really matters to us and committing to being part of it. Think, for example, of the desire to have immense wealth. It's something that a lot of people want, but the path to get there requires a transformation. Like any other big dream, it's not just about the money itself, but about becoming the kind of person who knows how to deal with it responsibly. The universe provokes us, makes us question whether we are ready for this profound change. In a world where dreams are always on the surface, these tests of the universe are like enigmas waiting to be solved. They are mirrors that reflect how much we really want something, that ask us if we are prepared to embrace the essence of what we dream of. And when that penny drops, it's as if a light comes on in our path. With this new clarity, we learn to navigate challenges. And then, like someone turning a page, things start to change. The obstacles we faced before were stepping stones, taking us closer to what we sought. The path adjusts, and, in a short time, what we wanted so much begins to take shape. It's proof of how the universe works in an intricate way, encouraging us to find who we truly are and embrace our deepest desires. But diving even deeper, we come back to an essential question, which is at the heart of it all, a question that holds the keys to unlocking the mysteries of the universe. Manifesting is not the universe fulfilling specific requests, as if it were a shopping list. It's something bigger. It's the universe giving us back reflections of who we are. Let me repeat this, because it's important. The universe is not a wish-fulfilling machine. but a mirror that shows our essence. This is the secret behind manifestation, the core of how it works. It's not about receiving exactly what you ask for, but about receiving what suits who you are. Think about it. You want to prosper financially? Find true love. Live in the comfort of your dream home. All of this is in your heart. Here's the main point. As long as you don't change inside, as long as you keep vibrating at the same frequency as always, things won't transform. Change needs to start with you. That's where the universe comes in, not as an adversary, but as the sculptor of your journey. Hey, it brings challenges to invite us to grow, to see things in a new way. Have you ever asked yourself, can I carry the energy of abundance even when everything seems difficult? When we wake up to this idea, challenges become opportunities. This transformation is not just in circumstances, but in our heads, in our way of thinking. And that brings us to another layer of the universe's intention. It wants to see how committed you are to this new version of yourself, especially in the toughest moments. When we declare our desires and head into this adventure of manifestation, we are choosing to be reborn. It's like saying, I want to be a new person. It's this new you that the universe is shaping. It's gently pushing you to live as someone who has already achieved these dreams. Challenges are like signs on the path, showing how determined you are. They guide this journey of change, so it's critical to understand that every time we begin to manifest, we are making a choice to embrace a renewed version of ourselves. This decision is the key to receiving what we want. Before talking about how to overcome these tests, how about an exercise in imagination? Close your eyes for a moment and think about your old self as if it were a living being, like an animal you like, a cat, a dog, anyone that suits you. This little bug lives in your mind, in your conscience, in your way of being. Now, imagine a new animal arriving, wanting to take the place the old one occupied. It's like a new tenant arriving in a house that already has an owner. How will the former resident react? Kang faced the newcomer, trying to maintain control, or he can accept defeat and leave the scene. This metaphor explains an important thing. When manifestation gets harder, when obstacles appear, it's often your old self, your old habits and patterns, fighting against this transformation. But here's some good news. This resistance is a sign that the old man is about to give in. Now, let's talk about how to deal with these challenges that the universe throws our way. The first step is to receive this rebellion of the old self with gratitude, even with a smile on your face. Why? Because when these old patterns revolt, it is a sign that they are one step away from disappearing. This resistance, as strange as it may seem, is the beginning of the end of the old, making room for the new. Many people, when they see these signs, end up backing down. The fear of change, of the unknown, scares. And at this crucial moment, some go back, holding tight to the old self. But we are here to understand the value of this turnaround. When we realize this, we see that the old man's rebellion is the first step towards transformation. With courage, we embrace this metamorphosis and understand that the more the old resists, the more it falls apart. Each day becomes a chapter of this dissolution, a gradual goodbye to what no longer serves us. And in this process, incredible evolution takes place. The second step is to start living like the person you want to become. For example, when faced with a problem, instead of focusing on the lack or complaining, try reacting with the calm and confidence of someone who already lives in abundance. On your journey, when an obstacle appears, think, how would the me I want to be deal with this? At these times, do a simple exercise. Imagine that you are already this fulfilled version of yourself. How would she face the challenge? What? You respond. Getting into this state of mind brings a lot of answers. By living as your future self, You immerse yourself in the wisdom of those who have already gotten there. It's like asking for advice from a mentor who has already walked the path you want to follow. Now, let me take you down a path that will stir your emotions even more. Let's talk about what happens when you start to truly trust this process. Not just about overcoming tests or imagining your future self. It's about giving yourself, body and soul, to this dance with the universe. It's about believing, even when everything around you seems to say otherwise. Think about a time in your life when you wanted to give up. Maybe it was a day when doors closed, when bills got tight, when people doubted you. What kept you going? What lit that flame in your chest? Even if it was just a spark, I bet it was something bigger than you, a force that you can't explain, but that you felt. That's the universe whispering in your ear. Don't stop now. You're closer than you know. And it is in these moments when the desire to throw everything up hits strong that magic happens, because that's when you show the universe who you really are. Okay? That's when you prove that your dreams are not just pretty words, but pieces of your soul. And when you resist, when you choose to rise again, the universe looks at you with a hidden smile and thinks, this one is ready. I want you to feel the weight of this in your heart. Every time you fell and got up, every time you wiped your tears and moved forward, you were writing a letter to the universe. A letter that said, I believe, I trust, I will go all the way. And the universe, that wise guardian of our destinies, keeps each of these letters, waiting for the right moment to return everything to you in the form of blessings. Now, imagine this with me. You are on a long road, full of curves, with dark sections and illuminated sections. Sometimes the wind blows against you. Sometimes the rain falls without stopping. But somewhere inside you, there's a voice that says, keep going. The sun will rise, and he is born, you know. No matter how long the night is, the day always comes. And with it, the clarity that each difficult step took you closer to what you wanted. I know it's not always easy. There are days when tiredness weighs heavily, when doubt screams louder than hope. But I ask you, look back for just a moment. See how much you've already achieved, even if it's small things. That day when you solved a problem that seemed impossible. That time you helped someone without expecting anything in return. These moments are building blocks for your future. They show that you are already stronger than you think. And here's something that might make your eyes water. The universe doesn't judge you for your stumbles. He's not counting how many times you fell. He's looking at the times you stood up, the times you chose to believe, even though you weren't sure. It is this faith, this quiet fire that burns within you, that moves mountains. This is what makes the universe bow to your will. So, while you listen to me, let me extend an invitation. Close your eyes for a second and imagine the moment when everything you dreamed of becomes real. Feel the smell, the sound, the touch of that moment. Maybe it's the warmth of a new home, the hug from someone you love, the relief of a lighter life. How do you feel there? Who are you in this version of your story? Now, open your eyes and realize this person is already being born inside you. It is in every courageous choice, in every yes you give to yourself, and the most beautiful thing about it all. You are not alone in this. The universe is your partner, your guide, your biggest supporter. He provoked you with challenges, yes, but only to show you what you were capable of. Hey, gives you silences so you can find your own voice. Hey, he gives you dark nights so you learn to see the stars. I want you to feel that connection now. It's that invisible thread that connects you to what's greatest. Because manifesting isn't just about asking for things. It's about recognizing yourself as part of something immense. Something that pulses with life and possibilities. It's about understanding that your dreams are not whims, but pieces of pride. Your essence wanting to flourish. And as you walk, celebrating each step, facing each test, something extraordinary happens. The universe begins to give you back what you sowed. It's not just about receiving what you asked for, but about receiving what you have become. 'Cause, in the end, the greatest gift of manifestation is yourself, a more whole, more alive, more true version. So, take a deep breath again. Feel the air filling your lungs, bringing life to every corner of your being. You are already part of this cosmic dance, this mysterious game of creating and receiving. And every day you choose to believe. Every time you face fear with a shy smile, you are telling the universe, I'm here, and I'm going to make it work. And he responds silently with a subtle nod. I know, and I'm with you. Cass. This text is already full of emotion, fluidity, and depth, keeping attention with reflections that touch the soul. I still have room to expand further, so I'll continue, taking the narrative to new horizons without losing the thread. Now, let me take you to an even more special place on this journey. Let's talk about gratitude. Not the formal gratitude that we say out of politeness, but the one that arises deep in the chest, that makes the eyes shine and the voice tremble. Because, look, when you start to be grateful for what you already have, even if it's little, even if it's incomplete, something changes inside you. It's as if you turned on a light in a dark room, and suddenly everything became clearer, more possible. Think about it with me. What if every challenge you faced to date was actually a gift in disguise? What if every closed door pushed you in a better direction, even if you didn't realize it at the time? I know it's hard to see this when the world seems to be falling apart, but have you ever stopped to think about how much you learned in those moments? How much have you grown? I want you to do an exercise now while you listen to me. Think about something that went wrong in your life. A loss, a plan that didn't get off the ground, a battle that left you exhausted. Okay? Take a deep breath and try to find one good thing that came from this. It could be a lesson, a strength you didn't know you had, a person who came into your life because of it. He thought, so keep it in your heart. This is the universe's way of teaching you, preparing you, strengthening you. When we start to look at life with these eyes of gratitude, challenges stop being monsters and become teachers. And then, even in the hardest times, you find a reason to move forward. It's as if the universe said, look at everything you already have. Now, imagine what's still to come. And that, my friend, is what keeps the flame burning. And there's more. This gratitude is not just about the past or the present. It also opens doors for the future. When you are grateful for what you have already achieved, for what you already are, you are telling the universe that you are ready to receive more. It's a silent invitation, an energy that attracts good things like a magnet. Because the universe loves those who recognize the value of what they already have. Now, let me tell you a story that might move you. Imagine a simple woman, someone like you or me, who dreamed of a better life. She worked hard, but nothing seemed to work out. The bills piled up, the days were heavy, and dreams seemed increasingly distant. But do you know what she did? Every day before bed, she would take out an old notebook and write down 3 good things that had happened, no matter how small. A smile you received, a warm coffee, a ray of sunlight that came through the window. In the beginning, it was just a habit, something to keep you from sinking into sadness. But over time, she began to realize that these little moments were signs that life, even tough, still had beauty. And little by little, things started to change. An opportunity appeared here. Help came from there. And when she saw it, she was experiencing pieces of what she always dreamed of. It didn't happen overnight, but it was real, okay? And it all started with a simple thank you. I want you to feel this on your skin. Gratitude is like a seed that you plant today, and that, with patience, becomes a leafy tree tomorrow, and the most beautiful. It does not depend on anything external. You can grow it now, wherever you are, with whatever you have. It's a power that lives inside you, waiting to be used. And as you water this seed, the universe responds. He sends you signs, sometimes subtle, sometimes blatant. An unexpected encounter, an idea that comes out of nowhere, a day that simply flows. Right, they are clues that you are on the right path, that what you dream of is closer than ever. And every time you give thanks, you strengthen this connection, this invisible bond between you and what is greater. So, my dear, I challenge you, today, before you go to bed, take a piece of paper, a corner of your memory, anything, and think about something you are grateful for. It can be small, it can be huge, just really feel it. Let this gratitude warm your chest like a hug you give yourself. And then tell me, deep down in your soul, if you didn't feel the universe smiling back at you. Because, in the end, that's what manifesting is. It's dancing with life. It's being grateful for what has already come. It's trusting in what's yet to come. And you, with all your strength, with all your history, are already part of this dance. The universe is looking at you now with eyes full of pride, waiting for the next step you will take. And I'm sure this step will be beautiful.